I got for selling me clothes, tuppence for selling me blanket. If ever I live for the soldier again, devil show me charge.
Morning, ladies and gents, over the covert spot. What a glorious summer day.
I don't know enough about it. You want to go with someone.
And the place has just changed beyond all recognition with all the foliage now that's growing up. And got a few mates out here just having a bit of a chill day. David and the big fella, haven't seen him for a while. Good to see you again, mate. And obviously Glenn's popped over trying out some new kit. And we've got the brews on. And Glenn's just trying out some new kit. Obviously he's there does all speak well of the Swedish Trangia kit, the complete Swedish Army lot. And managed to get himself a nice one, ever so cheap, cracking bits of kit. And there's the old tin down there, lovely jubbly. And obviously he's quite impressed. He's again seen my one and thought, yeah, couldn't believe you can get a Bergen like this, LK35 for 25 quid. Sorry, in and around 20 quid, £17 I think from Military Mart. I flicked him the link, and yeah, loving it. And when we was down at the Crescent Temple show, the military fair, he actually found something really, really rare, which was the Swedish pouch. Well, it's a complete set of Swedish webbing. Glenn, how much did you pay for the Swedish webbing?
£7.50.
£7.50, and there was 2 pouches, water bottle and a belt.
Bottle and the webbing, yeah.
Yeah, nice one. And he's done a Mac type one. As you can see there, he's hand stitched it all the way down. Incredibly hard and difficult to do because that's going through that and the material itself. Hence, you may know why I deconstructed the Bergen when I did mine. Sorry, quick scan there, and I made my own slightly bigger side pouches for it. But I must admit, I really, really do like them pouches on that Bergen. And last time he was there, he asked David a quick favour, and he's a top bloke, is David. After seeing him doing my knife, David's made him a sheath for it, and really done a nice job on polishing up his handle there. That's really, really nice, and that's how it's directly how it's fit on that Bergen. I will be making the gentleman a proper Bergen, sorry, an axe sort of pouch. I've made myself one, and I'll show you that later on. But nice bit of kit there now. Get this kit up and that, and not costing him too much because his old bushcraft trade post, he's had a couple of nice results. Because I do and we do, if we know somebody's after something, then just drop a link in and attach their name, and next time they come online, they get a notification, and he's had some nice bits of kit.
You know, on a regular basis, it ain't going to cost you a fortune. No. That's what I've got to try and find.
We was always pissing about the rivers down at home, like, you know, I'm back in Belfast. Like, I'll tell you what, like, when we was kids, we was mucking about the rivers and all. See, if we're out in the parks and things all mucking about, you should drink out a bloody river and all them days, mate. Never got no trouble with it, never got nothing, never got caught anything or anything like that.
Well, when I used to live in Scotland, you know, as kids, if you was thirsty, you just go and drink out the streams and stuff like that all the time, no problem at all. And when I come back down here, I was like done the same thing, and I thought, you know, as soon as I'd done it, I thought, no, you know what I mean, I shouldn't have done that, you know what I mean? Yeah. I was alright drinking out of it still, but it just shows you can drink out of it.
Oh, we used to do it all the time.
It's a normal thing to do, just drink out of the streams.
I'll tell you what, a classic one day, was a mate of mine, his dad was a vicar. I was really young, about 11, like, you know. And I say his dad's a vicar, like, and he decided to go take him out fishing one day, and he said I could come, like, you know. Never been fishing in my life. So anyway, we go out on the river legging, this was, and it was dirty, the river was flooded, like, it was running all brown and that, you couldn't see nothing, you know. And put the wee re-rod out, he's lent me and all that, and they're both in there and all, you know, and nobody's catching nothing. We're sitting there about an hour and a half, not a bite, mate. Now, I didn't know what was going on, because I didn't know nothing about fishing, like. Anyway, here's the old vicar, so true as gold, I'm not kidding you, he says, I'll get us a fish, he says. All right, oh, so he's whipped it in, right, he's put this worm on the thing, and he sat there and he went, oh, he starts giving it all that there, mate, you know what I mean, he's whacking it in, mate, boom, so up like a rocket. He's a big brown trout out about that size. I'm not kidding you, man, I couldn't look at him. You know, I was waiting to see him walking on water next, like, you know what I mean? He was going, mate. He said, I'll get his money. He went, like, straight in, mate, foamed away like a rocket. He was on it. Oh, it was funny, mate, you know what I mean?
A few Hail Marys next time you cast out then, yeah?
Oh, I'm not kidding. As soon as he hit the bloody water, it went, you know what I mean? I thought, you know what I mean? I was expecting to see him walking across the bloody thing in a minute, you know what I mean? But I couldn't believe it. I was about 11 when he done that. Oh, it was one of the funniest things you ever see in your life, you know what I mean? You'd never see it again, you know what I mean? It was just so funny, you know? He was a piss taker anyway, he was a figure. He's good crack, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As me mate's dad, yeah, he's alright.
Ah. Just nice. Just nice being out, lads, isn't it? Just the pre-Edel. I was really looking forward to going up there. And Glenn, obviously, via his work, he just bought a load of first aid bits and bobs for everybody to help themselves.
I would really like to, be honest with you, but yeah, we're away next weekend, so I'm looking forward to that.
I can't get the day off work, mate.
And you're taking the boys on the old bushcraft course there, mate?
Yeah, Kai. I'm taking Kai, the middle boy, and as I say, this is a belated Christmas present from last year.
Nice one.
So really looking forward to that. As I say, we went to the Suffolk meet last month, and both the boys thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. So,
because it was that lad, obviously a boy, saying, "Oh, I want that," you know, after watching the Bear Grylls and all that.
Well,
that's what
he's big into Bear Grylls.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I've got all the camo stuff here, but you have a look at him. He's got the Bear Grylls coat. He's got the Bear Grylls trousers. You know, and that's how he got into it. I mean, I enjoy watching him as well, to be honest with you. But I mean, obviously meeting you guys and getting into this now. You know, I do think he's a bit commercial. I mean, obviously
I'll tell you what, mate. He climbed Everest. You know, he passed 21 SS selection and that. He's a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
But the only thing, a lot of people this and that, you know, Uncle Ray, and I just think, oh, blimey, give it a rest, will ya? Thing is, with him, I think he just, alright, some of the things, it's commercial, it's television, mate, you know what I mean? But however, and it's, you know, if you have anything to do with television, you do what the producers want, not what you want to do. And the true thing is, mate, I think he's responsible for getting more youngsters off the bloody computer games and out and about, mate. So for that, job done. That's all that needs to be said, because that's why you're stood here now, mate.
Well,
isn't
it is, because I mean, obviously he wanted to get into it, and obviously we started getting a few bits together and, you know, getting all the kit together. But as you well know, my older boy, who is in front of the computer most of the time, has now decided, you know what, I'd like to do this, and took him to the Suffolk meet last month with some bits and pieces that you donated, and I'll tell you what, he's hooked.
Love it.
So you know what, we've got two boys now that want to get out there.
And I'll tell you what, mate, I see it on YouTube a lot. It's quality time with Dad, and people just don't have the time, or they don't make. You have to make the time to do that, mate, don't you? And that's quality, because it's. I'm going to swear now, shit like that they remember when they you know, they're grown up, and it's priceless, mate. It's quality time with, you know.
And the good thing as well, it gives me a chance to be a young boy again, because I'm doing what I want to do. You know, they're doing it because they want to be grown up. You know, and I'm doing it because I want to go back to being a boy and doing this sort of stuff because I'm enjoying it. So we've got best of both worlds now. You know, they're doing it because they want to do it, and I'm doing it because spending time with them. But yeah,
it's cracking. And even at the old Suffolk thing, as you said there, like Stewie got all his tools out. You asked him for a bit of a the lads.
He did a bit of a workshop for us. It was you know, axe, all sharps basically, axe and knives, and you know, it just, I think it takes somebody other than Dad to actually say, right, you know what, this is dangerous.
These are the rules. You play by the rules, or you don't. You know, and in the same way, they've got a little pouch now, just they, you know, first aid. So if they have a knife, an axe, anything, that is on their belt. And if it ain't, they get a rocking from Dad, if that makes sense. And it's just the way, you know, just to get that into there. So if they're carrying a sharp of some description, they will have a little first aid cut kit with them, mate. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, this is something that you don't know in a minute, but Eddie made me a couple of pouches for the boys, and as he said, it's going to go on their belt. If they're carrying a knife, they're going to be carrying this pouch as well. So if there is something that they've done, cut finger or whatever, that's always going to be with them. So
exactly, mate. And that's it's. I think that's, you know, hopefully it's going to be a standard operational procedure. I know, like Jai and, you know, or you know, North East Bushcraft, everybody, if you've got youngsters, get them into having, if they've got a sharp with them, axe, whatever, to have a first aid kit with them attached to the body, because you know it's normally when they wander off over there,
That's right.
200-300 metres away, and you know you can get a little cut, you know, but if you get something half decent, mate, there's a bit of a kit there, and that was just, you know, for Dad to put the kit in. And to, I'll say enforce, it's fair enough, mate, you know, with
the right word.
yeah, with responsibility that you can handle a knife while I'm there. There are rules to that, and these are the rules. Yeah, and that's a nice way of going.
I tell them and all, if they're going out anywhere on their own, they've got any sharps on them, make sure they're wrapped up on a tire and buried at the bottom of their bergen when they're transported. Because as soon as they get pulled up, it's not available to get out right away to do any damage.
That's right.
And obviously the policeman will know, well, they're not going to pull out and stop somebody, they'll take it made a be.
And always described as bushcraft tools to do with my hobby, and they're down there, you know, properly sheathed, and you know, if the policeman wants to have a look, you know, they have a look, you know, it's not a problem.
It's in there as well.
Yeah.
Look, there's sharps in the bottom of that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
properly covered up. They're bushcraft tools, they are edged, you know, and that type of stuff. And yeah, you know, they'll be like, right, fair enough, you know. Obviously, if your lads are hanging about outside of Tesco's in the town centre and they've got a knife with them, they're getting nicked. But no, so it's all just sort of getting them all into it, mate. Yeah, no, nice one.
But they're loving it, mate. They are loving it.
Yeah. And again, it comes down to that safety, mate, because I'm just funny with that. Yeah.
See, the thing is, I mean, like any kids, you give them a knife, they're going to want to use it.
Yeah.
But
and we all did things we weren't supposed to as a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You know, but as long as they're doing it and they're doing it safely, then
job done,
there's
mate.
no issues. Is
there? Yeah, no, and it's nice to, as you say, get enough people. Apart from Dad as well, and I do totally know what you mean, saying these are, you know, woe betide if you're caught, without a first aid kit on you. Yeah, you know, you lose your, you know, we can't trust you, so you know, we can't trust you to have, you know, that type of stuff, mate. Yeah, and I know you think that's, well, it is a good idea, mate, and worth mentioning on the camera.
Before we went to the Suffolk show, I had a chat with them, and I turned around and said, the first sign of them misusing the knives, being silly with them, they're going to be taken away.
Job done, mate.
And to be honest with you, you know, they were as good as gold. You know, you know, from the offset, I knew that they were going to be okay, and they, you know, they were sensible with them. You know, and but as I say, they were shown how to use them properly.
Yeah.
And you know, the second night we were there, they were in front of the campfire doing some whittling. You know, they was out as lavvy. You know,
nice
and
one,
you know, they listened to Stuart. And they were doing what he said that they needed to do. So, I didn't have no complaints, and it was just nice to see him enjoying himself.
It was, mate.
Doing what they were doing. So yeah, that's good.
As I say, they're always welcome to come down here, mate. We watch our P's and Q's and that, you know. But anyway, yeah, sorry, we're going on. But I think that's a good thing to get in there, mate. Yeah, really is nice. No, all right, well, ladies and gents, I think we've had the first round of booze. I think we're gonna have a look at knives and sharps. So I may bring you back. All right, take care. Just as I turn the camera off there, obviously Glenn's obviously taking his own advice on that as well, mate. Go on.
Eddie donated this pouch to me, which I'm very much appreciative of. But on there, he's done a little mod on there, and he's put this little pouch on there. And going back to what Eddie said, if I'm going to take the knife out with me, I just wanted to make sure that I had a few bits of first aid in there, just in case, because you know you never know what's going to happen, and if something does happen, you've got that with you at all times.
Lovely,
and you know, it's ideal. You know, it's not taking up a lot of room, but it's there in case I need it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, lovely, mate. Yeah, no. Brilliant. And obviously it's not the best sheath in the world, mate, but it's a lot better than the one you had, and it'll do until you want to get a better one, mate.
Exactly. Well, I'm not going to get rid of that anytime soon, Eddie. So, yeah,
that's cool, mate. But that's exactly what we were talking about. It's always going to be there,
it's
mate.
Always there.
Yeah, lovely, jubbly.
Brilliant.
So yeah, for the boys who I know watch the films, your dad takes the same advice as well. No, sure, yeah.
No, it's not just me being a pain in the arse, boys. You know, this is what we've all got to do, and it makes common sense. So yeah.
Lovely, jubbly.
Take it with you.
Who's Harry Potter? Up and beyond. Like that, boys?
I always miscome.
Carol, where are you? Get on the back.
She'll slap you for saying that. I was miscoming out with this mad Irishman.
This one's for your mother.
You ain't going to get hot food or cuddles for a while, are you?
No, that's what my Brody points out on Monday night. About it now, mate. I get strung up when I get in. I was only joking there.
Scoff time.
Stop me face again.
I keep forgetting the filming, if that makes sense, mate. We're having a cracking time, and you just so make me laugh, big man.
I'm sure it's not just me boys' good looks and charm.
No, it's your Irish blarney, mate. No, it is, mate, big time.
Do you know what the proper English name is for that?
What?
Bullshit.
Sorry, I can't help that camera shake there on that.
Did
Where you
know
go?
it was an Irishman that invented the toilet seat? An Englishman come along 200 years later and put a hole in it.
We're just having a bit of a scoff now. And that nice little stove you got there, mate. I do like that pan. But that's your little petrol stove there, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, Yacht Simmers 1, 2, 3, I think it's called.
Yeah. Well, it's pumping out some power there, mate. Yeah. Like a little number 2 cooker. You know, they're the bigger ones you've seen, aren't they? Oh, yes. That sounds better than my motorbike. Then we've got Baker. But you can't have smell overs in. I like that because that's just nice enough to fit the old cast pan and that, mate.
Yeah. It's not a bad little setup, you know?
Nah, no, it's not. Yeah, it's a nice kit, mate. Yeah, just most of that. Well, I can't nick. Right there, mate. And yeah, just keep forgetting to do a bit of filming when the boys are troughing up. Bit of nose bag. And I'm going to fire this thing up now. Primarily just because you want to do some char cloth, mate. Yeah, give that tinner test out. Yeah, yeah. No, I would need to give that a burn. 2 good reasons for doing something there, mate. So yeah, bring it back.
I bought this Swedish mess tin, and it was a new one. I don't think it was a genuine army issue, and he was well chuffed with it, and fair play to him. But I've got this one, and it's battered. It's got dents in it, and you know, I think it's the fact that it is used. And as David said, there's history to it.
Yes, yeah. That's what I like. I mean,
and I don't think I'd ever buy a new one. No. You know, this. No. You know, to me now, this is mine.
Somewhere.
You know, it's the same as that Czech bedroll I got. Yeah. You know, people say, you know, they don't like them, they do or whatever. But it's actually got the blokes initials on it who used it. And to me, you know, there's two little letters on there, but you know, that bloke used that and he's now doing me a turn. So, you know. I think it is, you know, it's all about the history as well.
Because for these things, mate, that's the first time you've used that and you're sort of well happy with that, mate?
I am.
Bomb-proof bit of kit, as I said, and I use one of them all the time in the army, mate, as I was talking about before. The amount of times I've dropped that to the bottom of the trench, mate, in the old windshield and got bruised where nobody else would have done, mate, yeah. But with these ones, mate, you are right in the fact that you don't get, you get ones that are copy, but they never come with this. You know, that's the big hook that goes on the top.
Yep.
And the actual thingy bob, like, just for information, never has these rings on it, which is, you know, like you put a stick in there.
Yep. As a handle sort of thing.
Handle, mate. Yeah. That's cracking, mate. But yeah, nice bit of kit. So yeah, and how much did that cost you, mate?
I think off of Military Mart, I think that was about £8. I think.
Cracking, you can't.
It's not
£8. It's not even 2 cost of coffees, is it?
I was talking to Big Martin as well. I said I've got the Crusader and I'm more than happy with it, but for £8, do you know what I mean? It's, you know, that's done exactly the same job. You know, I can't moan at that.
So you can even bake in them, mate.
Well, this is it. Well, I wouldn't go, I'm not a baker.
No, but at one point, you know, your bannocks and all that sort of kit, mate. And that's the top's big enough to cook a meal in. You know what I mean? You can tip a tin of that cracking bit of kit, and you've got a really robust, obviously Trangia burner, as people call it. Yeah, cracking bit of kit. For £8, mate, can't go wrong.
No,
can you?
Definitely not.
Lovely, jubbly.
I think I'm becoming a Military Mart addict at the minute.
I think we did, mate. I think we did.
AliExpress and the Military Mart.
I'm
Mr. Falway.
I'm a AliExpress slut. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going all right.
It's going all right now.
Yeah.
I'll just go with it.
Yeah. Well, you're firebug anyway, ain't you, mate? If I'm in the Arctic Circle, mate, I want to be with you when I want to get a fire gun. You'll do it, and I do mean that as a compliment, mate, not a piss take. But yeah, that's going. But like I say, it was raining all last night, wasn't it? Yeah, so.
No, it's just downwood, isn't it?
But that fire starter done that job, no worries, mate, didn't it? Yeah, I'm quite impressed with them. They're now part of my permanent inventory.
We'll have to try and start one up, won't we?
Yeah.
Let's have a go, shall we?
Yeah.
My striker's not that good, but we'll try.
Oh, I've got
one here, look.
Oh, we've got to have a bit of kit slut.
I haven't got a striker thing with it. Oh, I don't know. I haven't.
Have you? No,
No, there's not one on that. Sorry, mate. Not one on my pocket here. You want it?
I'll bring you back in a second
Oh,
anyway.
he's got one there.